On the show, RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat once again makes a remark contrary to what the Modi government is known for. Find out what did he say. ChatGPT might be the most sought-after AI tool, impacting industries and society at large. But tech-savvy teens might not get that lucky. We tell you what are CBSE's plans to bypass ChatGPT's use in exams. No Kohinoor at King Charles's coronation. Putting controversies to rest, Queen Consort Camilla has chosen not to wear the Kohinoor diamond-adorned crown during her coronation. It's India to the rescue. At least that's what the interpretation is. United States, United Kingdom and France all hail the multi-billion-dollar deal between Air India, Airbus and Boeing. And factually speaking, India is emerging as the biggest job generator on the renewable energy front. This and more with a comprehensive view of India. Top Angle starts right here, right now. Well, now, RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat has once again made a statement that could be seen as contrary to what the Modi government is known for. RSS chief, while speaking at a function in Nagpur, said that the idea of one person or one ideology does not make or break a country. He asserted that good countries in the world have multitude of thoughts and that they grow with having all kinds of systems put in place.
कोई एक व्यक्ति, एक समूह, एक विचार, एक तत्वज्ञान, उसके आधार पर देश बनते बिगड़ते नहीं है। वो अलग अलग होते। आज दुनिया के जो अच्छे देश है उसमें सब प्रकार के विचार है, उसमें अच्छे नेता उसमें भी है और जिन देशों की हालत अभी खस्ता है उसमें भी नेता अच्छे मिलेंगे नहीं, ऐसा नहीं, वहां भी मिलते हैं। व्यवस्थाएं भी सब प्रकार की चल रही, सब प्रकार की व्यवस्थाओं से देश बड़े हो गए।
Well, now the statement is one among those that does not fall in line with the BJP's plan. Modi government has been pitching for one nation, one election and calling it in a larger public interest. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, in a number of public rallies and addresses, has explained this advantage of synchronizing Indian election cycle. His plans, amongst others, are one nation, one ration, one nation, one fertilizer, one nation, one police uniform, etc. Well, now as 2024 inches closer, both the BJP and the RSS are speaking in two different languages. While this might be a tricky balancing act by the duo, it can also be seen as a power play undercurrent on who actually calls the shots. Next up, breakthrough AI tools like ChatGPT have profoundly impacted industries and societies at large. Companies around the world are leveraging artificial intelligence. Workers are worried whether they'll end up losing their jobs. Tech-savvy teens, meanwhile, are using it to cheat on exams. But it seems India's Central Board of Secondary Education, or the CBSE, has got wiser to it. That's right, the CBSE has prohibited the use of ChatGPT in the ongoing Class 10th and 12th board exams by stating that it amounts to using unfair means. The development has come as 40 lakh Indian schoolgoers sat for their board exams, which began on the 15th of February. All electronic items, including mobile phones and other devices as it is, are not allowed inside examination halls. But the latest instruction also bans the use of ChatGPT under unfair means. Launched in November last year, OpenAI's ChatGPT took virtually no time at all to conquer the world of bleeding-edge tech. Not only did it unlock novel use cases of advanced AIs, it also led to a substantial spike in reported cases of plagiarism across schools and colleges. Now, many digitally forward students then began to rely on ChatGPT to essentially do their homework for them, as well as fill in their assignments. This in turn ended up making the work of educators difficult. The impressive AI tool is capable of generating everything from a professional copy to moderately advanced arithmetic. It can even churn out student essays and concise summaries based on simple prompts. Now, with the CBSE having officially deterred the use of AI for cheating, other institutions in the country are likely to follow suit. For now, looks like students eager to score good grades will have to put in the work the old-fashioned way. Next up, the Queen Consort of Britain, Camilla, has chosen not to wear the crown adorned with the Kohinoor in her coronation with King Charles III in May this year. At the outset, Camilla may be trying to fit into the shoes of late Diana, who came to be known as the People's Princess on account of her having shed traditional norms of the British monarchy. But the decision might be one born out of fear of backlash, seeing the stone symbolizes the crown's plunder or loot. Still, the royals Charles and Camilla seem determined to shed colonial baggage. Now, Kohinoor stands for the mountain of light in Persian. Though it is estimated to be worth up to $400 million, it is mainly counted to be among the world's most contested symbols of power. The Kohinoor had first emerged during the Mughal era in the year 1628. The diamond had exchanged several hands between Central Asian and Mughal rulers before it finally adorned the arm of Sikh ruler Ranjit Singh in the year 1813. It was eventually acquired by Queen Victoria in 1849, a decade after Ranjit Singh's death, in the aftermath of the signing of a treaty at the end of the Second Anglo-Sikh War. The Kohinoor was then seated on Queen Mary's crown in 1911 and later transferred to the Queen Mother's crown for her and King George VI's coronation in 1937. India had first demanded its return in 1947. It made another formal request in 1953 and again in 1997, when Queen Elizabeth II had visited India to mark 50 years of independence. Meanwhile, Camilla choosing not to wear the Queen Mary's crown marks a first. She will be the first consort to reuse a crown at a coronation since the 18th century. It's also likely the crown may only have a replica of the famous Kohinoor diamond. But replica or not, India's quest to get back its rightful inheritance shall continue. Moving on. At a time when global economy is feeling the jitters, India is leading from the front in global purchases, in turn offering a lease of life to the ailing bioeconomies. United States President Joe Biden, French President Emmanuel Macron, and United Kingdom Prime Minister Rishi Sunak have all praised Air India, Airbus and Boeing deal worth $80 billion. Tata Group owned Air India announced yesterday that it will buy a total of 470 aircraft from aviation majors Airbus and Boeing. The deal is Boeing's third biggest sale in terms of order. Welcoming this mega deal, United States President Joe Biden said that the landmark deal will create up to 1 million jobs across 44 states in the United States alone. Along similar lines, French President Emmanuel Macron highlighted the strategic partnership between India and France. He said the Air India Airbus deal marks a new stage in the India-France relationship. French President also thanked Prime Minister Narendra Modi for the confidence in French industries. Now, British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak also hailed the deal by Airbus and Rolls-Royce to supply new aircraft to Air India. He called it a landmark moment for the country's aerospace sector and reiterated his commitment to continuing building ties with India. Prime Minister Modi was also quick to respond. Welcoming the landmark deal, he said the purchase is a reflection of India's success and expectations in the civil aviation sector, and this holds true with the revamped India's image that the world is now talking about. And along similar lines, it's good news for India and the job seekers, because India has been a promoter of use of renewable energy, and reports say the country's solar and wind energy sectors added 52,700 new workers in project development roles in the year 2022. This is an 8-fold increase from 2021. And here is a breakup of the 52,700 jobs last year. Almost 99% of all the new workforce, that is 52,100 workers, were employed in the solar energy sector. Wind energy sector registered a very small growth, that of just 600 new workers. So why is India potentially the hotspot for job surge in renewable energy sector? Well, India has several projects in the pipeline to harness the natural resources. India's renewable energy sector continues to grow steadily and create employment opportunities. India is also focusing on skilling programs for the workers, as sectors such as solar module and battery manufacturing and hybrid projects are on the rise. A new high-capacity on-grid solar and wind project is planned as part of India's commitment to ensure half its electricity, that is nearly 500 gigawatt, is from non-fossil fuel sources. This alone can potentially create about 3.4 million temporary and permanent jobs, as per the report suggests. Remember, India gifted solar panels to the United Nations headquarters in New York in the year 2019. It was to reduce carbon footprint and promote sustainable energy. And that was the move that made it quite clear what was India's intent on becoming big on its renewable ambitions. Well, on that note, it's the end of this edition of Top Angle. Do check out incisive news analysis and cutting-edge documentaries streaming only on Newsline Plus. Thanks for watching.